Namaste, Namaste, and hello to India. This is such a great honor. Let me begin by expressing my profound gratitude to an exceptional leader, a great champion of India, a man who works night and day for his country, and a man I'm proud to call my true friend, Prime Minister Modi. The First Lady and I have just traveled 8 miles around the globe to deliver a message to every citizen across the nation. American loves India. American respects India. And American will always be faithful and loyal friends to the Indian people. It is a profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium to be here with you. Mostera Stadium is so beautiful and joined by so many distinguished guests from across the nation and across the world. To the hundreds of thousands of everyday citizens who come out and line the streets in a stunning display of Indian cultures and kindness, and to the 125,000 people in this great stadium today. Thank you for the spectacular welcome to your magnificent country. You have done a great honor to the American people. Milani of my family, we will always remember this remarkable hospitality. We will remember it forever. From this day on, India will always hold a very special place in our hearts. The life of Prime Minister Modi underscores the limitless promise of this great nation. He started out, but his father's side is a chihuahua, a tea seller. When he was a young man, he worked at a cafeteria in the city. Everybody loves him, but I will tell you this, he's very tough. Today, Prime Minister Modi is the tremendously successful leader of this vast Indian Republic. Last year, more than 600 million people went to the polls and gave him a landslide victory like no other in the largest democratic election ever held anywhere on the face of the earth. Prime Minister Modi, you're not just the prince of Urat. You are living proof that with hard work and devotion, Indians can accomplish anything, anything at all, anything they want. The Prime Minister is a moving story of an incredible rise, and so does this entire nation. Your nation is doing so well. We are very, very proud of India. The stories of Indian nation is a tale of astounding progress, a miracle of democracy, extraordinary diversity, and above all, a strong and noble people. India gives hope to all of humanity. In just 70 years, India has become an economic giant, the largest democracy ever to exist, and one of the most amazing nations anywhere in the world. Since the turn of centuries, India's economy has grown more than 6 times in size. In a single decade, India has lifted over 270 million people out of poverty under Prime Minister Modi. For the first time in history, every village in India now has access to electricity. 320 million people, more Indians, are right now connected to the internet. The pace of highway construction has more than doubled. Over 70 million more households. Think of it. 70 million more households have access to cooking fuel. 600 million more access to basic sanitation. And incredibly, 12 Indian citizens are lifted out of extreme poverty of every single minute of every single day. India will soon be the home of the biggest middle class anywhere in the world. And within less than 10 years, extreme poverty in your country is projected to completely disappear. The potential for India is absolutely incredible. India's rise as prosperous and independent nation is an example to every nation all over the world. One of the most outstanding achievements about a century. They are the more inspiring because you have done it as a democratic country, you have done it as a people country, you have done it as a tolerant country, and you have done it as a great free country. There is all difference in the world between a nation that seeks power through coercion, intimidations, and aggression, a nation that rises by setting its people free and unleashing them to chase their dreams, and that is India. This is why India's accomplishment over the last 70 years is completely unrivaled no matter where you go. It is your faith in the strength of a free society, your confidence in your own people, your trust in your own citizens, and your respect for the dignity of every person that's made the United States and India is such a natural, beautiful, enduring friendship. While all nations have many differences, they are both defined and propelled by a fundamental truth, the truth that all of us are blessed with divine light, and every person is endowed with a sacred soul. As the richest teacher Swami Vivekananda once said, "The moment I stand in preference before every human being, and regarding him, that moment I am free." In Americans and in India, we know that we are all born for a higher purpose, to reach towards our full potential, to work toward our excellence, and perfection to give all glory to God. Powered by this spirit, Indians and Americans are always striving to be greater. Our people are always seeking to be better, and so our nations have become thriving centers of cultures and commerce and civilization, giving light and vitality to all of the world. This is the country that produces nearly 2,000 movies a year, from the hoof and genius and creativity known as Bollywood. All over the planet, people take great joy and scenes of Bhangra, music, dance, romance, and drama as classic Indian films like DDLJ and Show J. This is the country where our people cheer on some of the worst rated cricket players from Sachin Tendulkar to Virat Kohli, the rated in the world. This is the country that built the tallest statue of the face of the earth to my honor namesake of this stadium, the great Indian patriot and native of this state, Chanda Patel. India is the country where hundreds of billions supplied candles to celebrate the triumph of good over evil at Diwali. And it's where just day from now, India's own faith will pour out onto the streets to celebrate the beautiful festival of Holi. This is the country that proudly embraces liberty, individual rights, the rule of law, and the dignity of every human being. Your nation has always been admired around the earth. And the place where millions upon millions of Hindus and Muslims and Sikhs and Jains, Buddhists, Christians, and Jews worshipped side by side in harmony. Where you speak more than 100 languages and come from more than 2 dozen states, yet you have always stood strong as one great Indian nation. Your unity is an inspiration to the world. In America, you have come to the splendor of Indian cultures personally through the 4 million Indian Americans living in the United States. As our wonderful friends, colleagues, and neighbors, they are truly spectacular people. Indian Americans enrich every aspect of our national life. They are titans of business, the biggest, the best, master of the art, and innovations of technologies like few people have been able to see no matter where you go, anywhere in the universe. Nearly 1 of 4 Indian Americans trace their roots right here in Urat. Uras is a special place. So, on behalf of the entire American people, thank you. And thank you all for the contributions your cultures, traditions have made to my beloved country. The Prime Minister and I also continue our important discussions how to deepen the relationship between our two great countries. Both of us understand that when the leadership put the interests of their own citizens first, we can forge strong and fair partnership to build a safer and more prosperous world. Just months ago, the reciprocal partnership took a major step forward when the U.S. military and your brave Indian Armed Forces conducted the first ever air, land, and sea military exercises between our two countries. It was something to behold. We called it Tiger Triumph. As we continue to build our defense cooperation, the United States looks forward to providing India with some of the best and the most feared military equipment on the planet. We made the rated weapons ever made. Airplanes, missiles, rockets, ships, we made the best, and we're dealing now with India. But this includes advanced air defense systems and armed and unarmed aerial vehicles. I'm pleased to announce that tomorrow our representatives will sign a deal to sell over $3 billion in the absolute finest state-of-the-art military helicopters and other equipment to Indian Armed Forces. I believe that the United States should partner, and that's the way it's working out. Together we will defend our sovereign security and protect a free and open Indo-Pacific regions for our children and so many for many generations to come. We are in the early stages of discussion for an incredible trade arrangement to reduce barriers of investment between the United States and India. I'm optimistic that working together, the Prime Minister and I can reach a fantastic deal that's good and even rate for both of our countries. Except that he's very tough negotiator. See my narration. Commerce between our nations has increased by more than 40%. India is now a major market for India exports, and United States is India's largest export market. A booming Americans is a great thing for India. It's great for the world. And that's why we are so happy to announce that we have had the ready economy ever in the histories of the United States. In America, we have proven that the best way to attract jobs, an opportunity to reduce burdens on business, knock down barriers to new investments, and eliminate unnecessary bureaucracy, red tape, regulations, and taxes. Prime Minister Modi has already made significant reforms here in your country, so you very look forward to even more profit improvement to India's business climate under his leadership. He wants to do it, and he's doing it at record pace. 2 years ago, Prime Minister Modi warmly welcomed my daughter Ivanka to the Global Entrepreneurship Summit in Hyderabad. And she's back with us today. Ivanka, thank you. Thank you for being here. We are delighted to be joined as well by dozens of Indian women entrepreneurs who are helping to build your nation's futures. They are great and natural entrepreneurs. And I just say, the man, be careful because they are very good. Really good. They're really good. The United States and India are also working closely together on the futures of space exploration. You are making impressive strides with your exciting Champion lunar program. It's moving along rapidly and Ford has scheduled in Americans looks forward to expanding our space cooperation. Within India, if you push even further, you are and that's great thing, including the realm of human space flights. The United States and India will be friends and partners on our voyage into the stars and onto space. It is truly extraordinary what these nations have achieved in the span of just one lifetime. What they have done under leadership. The Prime Minister Modi. It is absolutely incredible. Mr. Prime Minister, congratulations. You have come so far, but it is nothing compared to with how far India will go into the future. And the Prime Minister is laying the foundations for a futures like few other countries can even think of. This nation is blessed with many treasures, from the sacred bank of the ranches to the Golden Temple and the Jamia Masjid. It is the home to some of the most cherished cultural heritage anywhere on earth. It is also the land of stunning vistas and astounding natural wonders, from the gorgeous peaks of the Himalayas to the splendid oars of Goa. India always been the wellspring of deep wisdom and great ideas, from the Vestas and the ancient epics, all the way to modern Indian nation. But standing before all of you today, I know that true strength of India not found in its textbooks, its landmarks, or its landscapes. The true strength of India is found in 125,000 beating hearts in this stadium, and the and the millions of people who have seen and witnessed great friendship and admiration today. It is all found in the soul and the spirit of the Indian people. Your courage, war, and secure this nation's independence. Our devotion built this great and enduring democracy. It is your dreams that will power this country to the future. Even greater progress, prosperity, equality, and opportunity to every citizen across your land. So today, I say to every Indian North and South, Hindu and Muslim, Jewish and Christian, rich and poor, young and old, take pride in the glories of your faith. Unite for even brighter future, and let our two nations always stand together. A powerful independence and peace and liberty, and the hope for a better world for all of humanity. Thank you again, Prime Minister Modi, for your hospitality, and thank you, India, for this phenomenal welcome. I want to just leave by saying, God bless India, God bless the United States of America. We love you, India, very much. Thank you, thank you.